Hey everybody, welcome back. Devin, the OG, the original Grognard here for Lock and Load Publishing, and we got something I know a lot of people have been waiting on for a while. Day of Heroes for Lock and Load Tactical Digital on Steam has just dropped today. Normal sale price of $9.99. We got a special introductory offer of $8.99. So if you're a fan of Lock and Load Tactical, and I know if you're watching this, you probably are, go ahead and pick it up. Day of Heroes over on Steam, and of course, as always, we're going to do a little bit of a playthrough on this one. The Day of Heroes is kind of a unique module in the Lock and Load Tactical pantheon of games, and we're going to get into it. So, because it has a lot of unique rules and scenario features and such, when you get in, the rules PDF right here, Battle Pack 1, so you got the Battle to the Rhine, the starter kit. You click on Day of Heroes, just click on the rules PDF. This will take you over to the Lock and Load Tactical Series digital library of module rules. Just go down here, Day of Heroes, go ahead and click it on. Hey, look at that. Got a little bit of sound effects in the library. But yeah, go ahead and review the scenario special rules. There are a lot of them. The roadblocks are kind of unique. They actually spawn enemy unit. Well, they spawn Somali units, Somali forces. The terrain rules are kind of a little bit different. We've got shacks and cars, and they really don't do anything terrain-wise. They kind of look good. The Somali forces have got, four pages of special rules. You've got civilian mobs. You've got pharmaceutical enhancements that the Somalis used. CAT, there's special rules for that. Special rules for the Allied forces, because you've got Delta Team snipers. 10th Mountain Division was there. Since the map board is a square grid rather than hexes, there are special rules how vehicles work for that, and the movement rules for moving from square to square rather than hex to hex. Just a lot of good information in here that really isn't laid out in gameplay. So if you're going to play this, I really would recommend go reading it, especially mobs. Mobs are kind of a really unique thing. Sometimes one player control them, sometimes the other player control them. So yeah, I would recommend going to the Day of Heroes module rules on the Lock and Load Tactical Digital Library and check out all those rules. So let's go ahead and jump into a scenario. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to do Short Hop. It's probably one of my more favorite ones. If you want a big scenario, a Day of Heroes, probably one of the biggest scenarios we've done. That's kind of the entire campaign. Well, it's not really a campaign game, but it's the entire battle represented out, and it doesn't really have a time limit. I mean, it's part of the special rules, and it's just a ton of units in this scenario. But so we're gonna do a short hop. Well, the convoy, October 3rd, 1993, while the convoy was making its disastrous way towards the crash site, Captain Steele and Captain Miller led the remaining Ranger and Delta Force operators to the same location. Both officers knew that more Somalis were joining the fight every minute, and the journey wouldn't be easy. However, nevertheless, they felt that it was doable. After all, the crash was only 5 to 6 blocks away. A short hop. Scenario design, Mark Walker. So you got a bunch of Somalis defending, a bunch of U.S. Delta Force and Rangers attacking. 7 turns. Americans have initiative on turn 1. Victory points. Side with the most victory points at the end of the scenario wins. Americans earn VPs for controlling the marked victory hexes, and the Somalis receive VPs for eliminating American MMCs, SMCs, capturing support weapons, shooting down helicopters for each mob the American player disperses. Again, you kind of got to read the rules PDF to know exactly what that means and what the mobs are. So victory points, control of each victory square, 2 VPs. American MMC, SMC completely eliminated, 4 VPs for the Somalis. American support weapon captured, 1 VP for the Somalis. American helicopter destroyed, 6 VPs for the Somalis. Each mob dispersed, 1 VP for the Somalis. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the human player. Usually when I play digital, I try to always play the attacker because the AI isn't great on the attack, and it's just more challenging for me to play. Although if some of you have seen my videos, you know I routinely get trounced by the AI, so maybe I should play the defender sometime just so I can have an easy go of it. But not this time. So I'm going to play as the Americans. Going to let the computer run as the Somalis, and let's go ahead and jump right in. We're not going to play the entire game, but we're going to go through a couple turns just to give everybody an idea of what's going on here. And here we are already taking a look at it. There are no hexes in this one. It's laid out in a grid formation. Pretty much all you really need to know is that you can move from one square to another. You can also move diagonally. It just costs 2 movement points to move diagonally. So if I wanted to move this guy from D11 to E11, then that's going to cost me 2 movement points. But let's see, what have I got here? Those are those Delta boys or those Rangers? No. Rangers. I am so horrible with army unit formation. Okay, those are the Rangers. These must be Delta Force up here. Again, the Delta Force guys and the Rangers, they've all got special rules. Again, I would recommend going through reading the module rules. Let's see what we got here. We got some 40 mics, some bloopers. M249, yeah, the saw. We didn't have those when I was in. That still was a couple years off. The replacement of the M60, the pig. And there's an M60 right there. Another saw. Looks like we got a medic right there. Another M60. Some more bloopers. Although those 40 mm, those aren't fired from M79. When I was in, we called the 40 millimeter grenade launcher the Mark 79. We just called it the blooper because that's kind of what it sounded like. It had fired 40 millimeters. By this time, the guys are using M203s on attached to the M16s, and you can actually see there's right there that trooper right there. He's got the underslung grenade launcher on it. Let's see what we got with the Rangers. We got some 40 mics. Yeah, these guys are all half squads, but they can self-rally, and they've got assault fire move. They got a melee bonus. I mean, these guys are just absolutely deadly. Let's take a look at the Rangers. Yeah, 3 firepower. There are not many units in the game. In fact, these are probably the only ones that have a 3 firepower and a range of 6. I mean, these guys are beefy. All right, so yeah, short hop, yada yada yada. We know the victory conditions, Somali and American running victory points, and then I get reinforcements in 2 turns. I kind of like how this is set up right here, so let's take a look at the rest of the map and where we're going. You probably notice you've got these buildings with red dots and black dots. So basically red dots are concrete buildings, and they're 2-story. They're not just 1 story. Anything with a red dot is 2 stories. So you've got single hex 2-story buildings, which you really don't see a lot of in the other tactical games. But the modifier on these are only +2 instead of the +4, if I remember correctly, from the other games. And then the gray dots are ramshackle buildings that offer like I think a +1 defensive modifier. But here we've got victory locations. You can see these. They've got the blue and white Somali flag. So I've got to get up here. I think those are the only 6 buildings. Yeah, those are the only 6 buildings that have got the victory point locations in it. So I'm coming from over here, and I've got to get up here. Let's see, we got a smoke burning in this hex right there. I don't know why there's a smoke burning there. Probably, I think there should be a roadblock there. Oh, we'll see. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. So I'm just gonna northeast and see what happens when I run into Somali forces. So that's set up. And oh great, so we've got some units that we can see. As you can kind of see the Somali units. 034s, again, read the PDF to find out all the capabilities and drawbacks of the Somali forces. Here's a new special unit that we haven't seen before in any of the games, is the mob. Again, sometimes the Somali player controls it, sometimes the U.S. player controls it. It can only move along the road. You can't move them into buildings. The U.S. do not want to shoot at these guys because it gives the Somalis victory points. So the Somalis can kind of use it as kind of a blocker or try to force the Americans to do something with it. And yes, okay, so we got another smoke. And there's a militia unit in there and a roadblock. Yep, same down here. Now the roadblocks are set by scenario. And U.S. forces cannot enter them, and they have a tendency to spawn Somali units. It was kind of a rallying point for many of the Somali, and I say this loosely, militia that was in the area at the time. Really, they were just roaming gangs of thugs with guns. Really, they weren't even a militia. So, but that's the roadblocks are a rallying point. So every turn the roadblocks will spawn new Somali forces, or they won't. I think it's on a 7 through 12. I think they don't spawn anything. On a 2 through 5 or 2 through 6 they do. So, anyways, I got the first impulse. All right, so let's get these Delta boys up. Yeah, the question is, do I want to start to draw fire this early in the game? Pooh. Let's go ahead and grab these guys. Don't want to do that. We'll go 1, 2, 3. That'll be 4. 1, 2, 3. I should be able to make it there. All right, so we'll go here. All right, there we go. Yeah, and that's one thing to remember about these these American forces. They got a movement of 5, which is much higher than everybody else's standard movement of 4. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all right. So I'm good there. The Somalis did not op fire. That concerns me. I would have op fired. Instead, they just normally fire. Alrighty. No effect. That's good. And I know they're there now, so let's go ahead and return the favor. No effect. That's no good. No effect. Yeah, that's 0 firepower for the Somalis. Not gonna do a lot. All right, so those guys have fired. Let's go ahead. Here. Oh! Did not expect that. Have I got Fog of War turned on? I must have Fog of War turned on. Let's see. Can I check that? No, I can't check that while I'm playing. Oh, options. Game rules. Interface. I don't recall this game having hidden movement. Night tide. Screen all reverse. Oh well. I must have Fog of War on. Oh well. Alright, so that's going to make life interesting because I'm just going to kind of trip across things as I'm moving along, which is fine. Alright, so what was that? That was a mob. Probably tell from the sound effects. Now, let's just go ahead. Keep moving on up. Not sure what that was. Again, read the rules on mobs. They can grow and clone them. Well, not really clone themselves, but they can grow bigger. Alright. See if the Somalis have got anything left that they want to do. Nope, doesn't look like it. Initiative. I retain initiative. Rally phase, we don't have any rally. But during the rally phase is when the Somali player rolls for the roadblock. So that's what we saw, that dice roll right there. Yeah, roadblock. In J16 rolled 11-0, roadblock in B7. They got a half squad. So there's a half squad up here. Now. Alright, so that is admin phase, rally. I'm going to go ahead and continue. Ops phase, my turn. Reinforcements. Let's not bring reinforcements on yet. Not like that the mob has showed up right there. And I hate rolling to spot. So we're going to do my infamous recon by fire, because as everybody knows, reconnaissance is the art of going out and getting shot so your buddies know where the bad guys are at. So let's move here. No surprise. Damage check it. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. But these guys have fired, which means... Okay, and impulse. I wonder if these guys are going to fire. He's moving something somewhere. Alright, so, and... Oh, he moved it. Guys in behind me. Actually, I really don't care. So let's just go ahead and jump across the melee here. So it's going to be 2 plus the 1 shift for the melee modifier against his 0. So it's going to be 3 to 1 odds. Yeah, 5 plus 1 for enemy 0 FP squads. That's what 2 to 1. 91.7% chance of success. I need a 5. Of course not. But he didn't kill me. 91% chance. My butt. Let's see. Do I want to op fire? No, I do want to op fire. I don't care if they're moving in behind me. My objectives are these hexes over here. I don't have to defend where I was at. I don't have to worry about keeping them. It's not pertinent to the scenario. No, I'm not going to op fire there. Well, let's go ahead and move some of these guys down here up. Let's take this now. Oh, I guess we're committed then. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ah, dice are just not working with me today. Shaking. Not good. However, that does kind of open the door for these guys to run up in melee. He's moving units somewhere. So let's, didn't mean to shoot at him. But, 10 that's, oh, hello. Casualties? There we go, I can live with that. I actually meant to run those guys across in melee. But, oops, we got to end impulse. Do I want to op fire there? No, I don't want to op fire there. Ooh, unfortunately, now I'm going to have to op fire. Base of 4, yeah, 13 to 2. I haven't seen that wide of a variance in a while, and yeah, those poor Somalis gunned down in this one. All right, so let's go ahead and take these guys. Oh, I don't think I've got the movement. All right, you know what? Let's go here. And I don't have the movement. Oh, there's a movement of 4. Looks like the Delta boys have got the movement of 5. Yeah, miscalculated that. Yeah, because being in the middle of the street, that's no problem. These guys with the leader will be able to make it, but not what I had intended. I don't like all these Somalis showing up out of nowhere. Alright, fine. Let's bring our reinforcements in. Hey, there we go. Got a little boy age 6. What is that, the Chinook? I'm sure someone... I'm not an aircraft guy. I'm not a helicopter guy. So, I'm sure someone will correct me. Alright, so that's letting me see, getting the little boy in there. That's letting me see where what's going on outside of my line of sight. All right, let's go into hover mode. That's a good place to keep him for now. Oh, and I can shoot. I do have the shooting on there. All right. What do we want to shoot at? Someone in the open. We do not want to shoot on the mob. Minigun sound. Nice. Ordnance hit. It's +3. Casualties. All right. I like that. 5 to 3, 7. It's a +4 modifier, so that'll finish him off. Yeah, alrighty. What exactly does he have on him, anyways? Yeah, he's got the ordnance and the machine gun. Alright, cool. I didn't think he had heavy ordnance on that thing. Alright, so yeah, we're good with that. Probably should have moved him on first so I could spot where these guys are coming from. Uh-oh, did he reinforce that hex? He did reinforce that hex. Alright, let's take a look at reinforcements. I've got UH-60 with Ranger Sniper Team. Kind of the cool thing, again, read the PDF rules. The sniper teams can actually fire from the helicopters. So again, something probably good for people to know before you jump into this. So let's go ahead. And where do we want to bring them on? Shoot right. Oh, no low LOS. All right. Well, all right. Let's move here then. And then have the snipers fire. 7 to 8. Ah, poo. Let's see. And I guess we'll go into hover mode right there then. And in the impulse. Guys up. You know what? Let's get into that. All right. That's pretty much everything for me. Let's see what. Ooh, long range shot, 6 to 6, no effect. What's he got? PTR. Oh, RPDs. So we're gonna pass because we've done everything. Oh, he fired an RPG at me. Oh no! Oh, oh! What the hell? Oh, it is an RPG. Whew. All right. I thought for a second he had a surface to air. I didn't think the Somalis had that, but you know, ballsy move, firing an RPG at a helicopter. Honestly, I'd probably have done the same thing because that's 6 victory points if you can knock that helicopter. Yeah, they don't like that helicopter, so it looks like they're Prussian units over here. Again, pass. Bunch of Somali units. Pass. More Somali units moving up. Pass. That is a lot of Somali units. Just keep passing till you're done. I can do this all day. So yeah, that was a mob activation. You got to do a roll to see what the mobs do, and you have to activate each mob every turn, if I'm correct. Somali player makes the roll, but every once in a while the U.S. player can get they get a chance to take control of them. It's like a 2 or a 3 on 2d6. And they've also only got 2 movement points. So. And again, they can only move from road to road. It looks like they spawned a hero. Well, not a hero, VIP. Neither side can spawn here. Oh, he spawned a half squad. Okay. There are you can't spawn heroes in this one. Neither side can spawn heroes. So, then we're gonna go ahead and pass an end. 1-1. Rally phase. Yeah, I got lots of rally phase this turn. Oh, we'll just auto rally. All right. And again, Rangers and Delta Boys, they can self-rally. That obviously was a complete failure of a self-rally. The only ones that could rally. Oh, I know. Why didn't these guys self-rally? These guys, evidently these. Okay, maybe the Rangers can't self-rally, but Delta Force can. Oh yeah, it's because Delta Force got that self-rally right there. These guys don't. See, I should have paid more attention to the rules. I thought both Deltas and Rangers could self-rally. That's what I get for not paying attention to the module rules. All right, yeah, operations phase. All right, first thing. Am I supposed to pass? No. I guess so. All right. Oh, because that was the rally phase, yeah. That sucked. I thought those guys could self-rally before melee. So I just had a Somali squad go in and wipe out 2 American squads. Wonderful. Melee. Yep, we'll do both on both. There we go. That's what I like to say. Doesn't make up for it. Yeah, because right there. That's not good. And they will be locked in combat. Not another round of melee because, I mean, the Core Vortex, the square is already in melee. So I'm just moving in there. That melee will happen next turn. With melee, you never do another round of melee in the same turn. You only do 1 round. So that's just reinforcing that. Reinforcing that melee. All right. Well, now these guys, let's get them into there with some of their buddies. All right, much better. Yeah, we had the melee. Firing at the chopper again. Well, that's not nice. That's not very nice. We're gonna have to return the favor. Mainly because I want to get rid of that. Missed. 10-6. That should do something to him. Wounded. Oh, he actually made his morale check. Of course, that was the guy with the RPG, of course. Nah, we'll keep him in hover mode. I'll just keep shooting. Keep pouring fire in there to knock out that RPG. I decided to roll for a mob. Let's see. Let's move the snipers. Take them out of hover out of hover into flying. Don't really care about the guys coming up behind me. I'll probably should. Let's go ahead and 3-2, that's going to be +1. 6 + 1 is 7. Impulse. Not a mob, that is a mob. We don't want to shoot at them. And there there's a mob right there. We don't want to shoot at them. And seeing how my dice rolls can't continue to be bad, can they? Let's just go ahead. Rush across the street. 6 to 6. All right. Odds 5 to 1 or more. 100% chance of success. Yeah, the mob dispersed. Okay, that's good. Let's see, what have I got? Those guys have done. Those guys have done. All right, did I fire the sniper? I think I did. Yeah, or was that? Maybe it was. Unload. No. All right. Let's see. These guys are sitting pretty here. I don't want to move them because one of those guys is wounded or shaken. Those guys are gone. Those guys are gone. Looks like everybody is gone. We'll just go ahead and pass and watch the Somalis move their That's not a bad idea, moving a mob in to protect the guy with the RPG, because if I fire on the mob, that could be bad for me. So having the mob protect valuable units like the RPG, good thing. Mob didn't do anything. I haven't gotten a chance to control any of the mobs yet. He hasn't made bad dice rolls. And since he's out of line of sight, I can't even see him. So. Silly photo war. Pass and end. And it goes over to the initial. All right, so we're hitting a half hour here, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of show off some of the unique features that is in Day of Heroes. The grid map and the Somali forces and the mobs and just the unique nature and fighting that occurred in Mogadishu during the events that would lead to the Black Hawk Down novel and movie. So it's over on Steam right now. Go check it out. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section below. And I'll talk to everybody later. See ya!